Ladies and gentlemen, Trump is mad as hell with William Barr right now. William Barr recently came out and said there's no fraud found in this election, and Trump is furious. Now, if you remember, Trump was already mad at him before the election and said if he won a second term, he was going to get rid of William Barr. Well, I guess in a way, he's still going to have to leave because Joe Biden's going to have his own um, attorney general, and it sure won't be William Barr. We know that. So this came out in the Hill December 1st, 2020. Barr breaks with Trump on claims of fraud. And see, that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. These attorneys are not going to risk their law license lying for Trump. They're not going to do it. They are not going to put themselves on the line like that for Trump. Attorney General William Barr on Tuesday said there was no evidence of widespread voter fraud that would change the outcome of the 2020 presidential election, undercutting President Trump's repeated baseless claims to the contrary. To date, we have not seen fraud on any scale that could have affected a different outcome in the election, Barr told the Associated Press in an interview. Barr's comments are his first about the integrity of the election since it took place a month ago. And they mark the latest rebuke of Trump's effort to undermine the results. And I heard he was on the phone with the Georgia governor trying to get the governor to flip Georgia from Biden to Trump. That's what Donald Trump was doing. Wow. Barr told the AP, a wire service whose stories run in newspapers across the country, that U.S. attorneys and FBI agents have been following up on specific complaints following the election, but have yet to discover anything on a scale that would overturn the president-elect Joe Biden's victory. Trump, for weeks, made the false claim that the election was stolen from him, arguing almost daily that there are enough fraudulent votes in major cities in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Georgia that would change the outcome. But his legal team has yet to provide any such evidence in court, with several lawsuits being dismissed for a lack of standing. Barr on Tuesday appeared to knock down one theory propagated by attorney Sidney Powell, who recently worked alongside Trump's legal team, that Dominion voting system machines were used to change votes and were backed by communist money. There's been one assertion that would be systemic fraud, and it would be the claim that the machines were programmed essentially to skew the election results, Barr said. And the Department of Homeland Security and DOJ have looked into, everything so far, and they haven't seen anything to substantiate that. Barr clear dismissal of Powell's claim comes as she and other Trump backers have spread inflammatory ideas on social media, urging the president to suspend the election results and invoke the Insurrection Act. Trump campaign lawyers brush aside Barr's comment in a statement of their own on Tuesday. With all due respect to Attorney General, there hasn't been any semblance of a Department of Justice investigation, Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani and Jenna Ellis said, complaining that the department has not thoroughly vetted their claims of irregularities in at least 6 states. Again, with the greatest respect to the Attorney General, his opinions appear to be without any knowledge or investigation of the substantial evidence of systemic fraud Giuliani and Ellis added despite their failure to present credible evidence of systemic fraud. On Sunday, questioned Trump had questioned the Justice Department and the FBI were not doing more to investigate his unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud, saying the Bureau was missing in action. Michigan, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Wisconsin are among the states that have certified Biden as the winner, but where Trump is still levying unproven claims that the results are fraudulent. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency declared the 2020 election the most secure in American history last month. Trump fired its now former director, Christopher Krebs, for the statement. The Republican Secretary of State in Georgia has repeatedly defended the state's election integrity. And the GOP governor of Arizona and Georgia have signed off on their respective state results. A handful of Republican senators and governors have referred to Biden as the president-elect, but none are ardent Trump supporters. Trump has lashed out at several of those officials for breaking with him, but it may be harder to brush aside Barr's comment given his standing in the president's orbit and his reputation as a loyal cabinet official. Barr has long been criticized by Democrats and governors, watchdog groups for defending Trump and blurring the lines of impartiality between the Justice Department and the White House. The Justice Department stepped in to defend Trump in a defamation case brought by a woman who alleged the president has sexually assaulted her. Barr was accused of issuing a favorable summary of former special counsel Robert Mueller's findings in 2019. He defended the president's use of executive power. And he sided with Trump in making an aggressive approach to nationwide racial injustice protests over the summer. Yeah, don't do nothing about it. Complain about the protesters. Yeah, that's a great approach. In another move expected to satisfy Trump, Barr announced Tuesday that he had appointed a prosecutor investigating the origins of the 2016 Russia probe as a special counsel, which will allow U.S. Attorney John Durham to continue his work even after Biden administration takeover in January. Barr appointed Durham, the U.S. attorney in Connecticut, who has been investigating the origins of the Russia investigation since May of 2019, as a special counsel on October 19th, according to an order obtained by The Hill. But the move was announced on Tuesday, shortly after the AP interview was published, potentially providing cover for Barr to break with Trump on the election matter. Barr was seen he was seen at the White House on Tuesday afternoon, shortly after his interview with the AP was published. A Justice Department spokesperson said Barr was not there to speak with Trump, and the meeting was previously scheduled. Still, Barr's appearance at the White House soon after the AP story was published triggered speculation about whether his job may be at risk in the final weeks of the Trump administration. It really don't matter if he's at risk now anyway. January is right around the corner. He's going to be out no matter how you look at it, whether Trump fires him or the new administration replaced them, William Barr with another attorney general. So I mean, how much time does he really have left? But that's how Trump is. If you don't agree with Trump, Trump will give you the axe. So, what do you think? I think this is kind of hilarious. This just goes to show you they are not as unified as you think in this party. They're not. They are split over Trump and these allegations of voter fraud. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big deal that William Barr is coming out against Trump after being such an ally to him, for the short time he has been attorney general, because, he wasn't the attorney general the whole time. He replaced Jeff Sessions. So, wow, let this be the beginning of the end, for real. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.